My name is Shane Owsley. I'm the head football coach at North Mac High School, and then I also am the men's track coach at North Mac High School. I've been coaching for 15 years now, and I basically went into it because of the experiences that I had in high school and playing athletics.
Hey, my name is BJ Vinyard, and I coach Little League Baseball for my son. I coach soccer, indoor and outdoor. Absolutely love soccer. And I coach middle school cross country. Why I coach is, for one, at the Little League level there. I love coaching my kids. What better enjoyment can you get out of watching your kids learn how to do something and succeed? And I love that age. And then for the middle school level, I can't imagine not coaching. I just love being able to be a part of those little guys' lives and to kind of gain another son or daughter, so to speak, and to see those kids grasp a goal and then to reach that, there's nothing better.
Hi, I'm Fran Struble, and I coach at Carmel High School. I've been there 37 years. I was called there by God. Not anything that I was ever thinking of doing, but the opportunity came up, and I always pray about everything before I decide to do it to make sure it's God's will. And I prayed about it, and the answer was yes, that I should do it. And I remember chuckling at that time saying, okay, God, I can do this for a couple of years, no problem. And 37 years later, I'm still loving what I do. I feel so blessed and so fortunate to be able to do what I love to do all the time and with God's blessing on it.
I think my biggest reason for going into it was my high school football coach. His name was Tim Lafferty, and it was a situation where obviously my parents were divorced. I lived with my mom, so I was definitely looking for a male figure to kind of latch on to. In my freshman year of football, I had the opportunity to play for him. He was a great man, great father, great mentor for me as I was moving forward. And because of what he did, it kind of got to the point where I kind of wanted to pay that forward. And because of all the positive things he did for me, it was something that I wanted to do for others.
What inspired me to coach is probably how I was coached growing up as a kid in the middle school level and then on up to high school level. I didn't have that one coach that I really related to very well. I think these coaches were more driven for the win, or maybe didn't even want to do the job but got thrown into it. I didn't really feel like that they related to us kids very well. So I guess what inspired me to coach is to kind of be there to be that positive encouragement to the kids and to kind of give them somebody that I think is a coach that I would have liked to have had kind of growing up. So that would be what inspired me to coach.
God inspired me to coach. It was all His plan. Nothing that I ever thought I would be doing. I was perfectly happy being a mother and a wife, and that opportunity opened up, and He's taken me every step of the way. I have a serious illness, and sometimes I go down, and He always takes care of my team. He takes care of my family and my home while I'm down. So, it's all God-led.
I think the biggest thing is the relationships that you build with the kids. Obviously, most of the time that you're dealing with these kids, you're dealing with kids that don't have to be there. They're kids that are doing stuff because you're asking them to, or because they want to be a part of something. So when I work with them in school, that's one relationship I'm able to build, but something out on the football field or on the track is a completely different atmosphere, and getting to know those guys a little differently than you would in the classroom. So definitely the relationships you build, and just the progress that you get to see through those guys from their freshman year to their senior year.
I guess the biggest thing for coaching to me is to see a kid understand that he will and he can. Especially with coaching cross country, it's kind of tough to get a kid to run a couple miles without stopping, or to be able to run hard without stopping, especially when it's very physical and it's hard to keep pushing through the pain. But I love to see a kid understand that it's more important than just a race, how to run hard for me, to run hard for himself, and to run hard for the team. So whenever they grasp that and they understand that it's bigger than running, and they just put their whole heart into it for me, I mean, it's just an awesome thing to see and to experience and to watch.
The part I love is to be with the girls and to hopefully impact their life, not just now. I always tell them, you'll have trophies, you'll have those things, but those aren't what count. When you are 40 and 50 years old, no one's going to ask you, how many county titles did you win? But they're going to look at you and see what kind of a person you are. And those are the things that are important. That's why I love to coach. I have that opportunity to impact their lives as well as have a great time.
It's really fulfilling. Obviously, as I've gotten older, I've realized there's a lot more to coaching than just winning and losing. You can have a very successful season and not win a single game. And so far, we've been very fortunate that, we've won more games than what we've lost. But we've seen some bigger growth rather than just on the football field. My staff has really, really focused hard on creating better people, and in turn, that makes better football players. And that's something that I really didn't work on before as a younger coach, where I worked on the X's and O's and strategies and things like that. But when it boiled down to it, we weren't exactly creating the best people. And now that we're focusing on the person first and making sure that they're a better person when they're done with football, whether they play in college or if they just go into the workforce, whatever, we know that we've prepared them to do the right thing. And I think that's probably the most important thing that we've accomplished.
Obviously, in the littler levels there, watching my son kick a goal in, or my daughter kick a goal in, or make a good play on the soccer field, or have a hit or something like that. Obviously, there's no more enjoyment as a father to see your child be happy and that smile on their face when they first kick that first goal in. So there's no better joy than that, to see that succeed. And then on the junior high level, where I'm coaching, other kids that aren't necessarily mine, so to say, but to see it click in them, to be able to run that 2 miles without stopping, or maybe it's that kid who cried at the very first practice and wanted to quit. It's neat to me to see them buy into the two goals and the two philosophies that I have when I'm coaching. And the first one is we always finish what we start. And it's a big thing for me, that we never give up, we never quit, we always finish what we start, whatever that is. And there's so many areas that you can apply that to in your life, not just in running, but in anything you try to do. And then the other one is that we can and we will. And to see the kids push themselves into that spot where they didn't even think that they could accomplish that, but because of their team, because of running for something bigger than they are, when they grasp that, it's really exciting. That brings enjoyment to me.
Winning is fun. I always tell the girls winning is the icing on the cake, but it's all the hard work and the practice time that I value the most, because that's more one-on-one with me. When we get on the court, they have to work on what they've been taught. So that's a different facet. They're transferring what you have taught them in the gym. So my favorite time with them is in the gym. After we win in a playoff game, I always look at them and say, yay, tomorrow we go back to the gym together. And then I love to see players who have played for me, who go on and coach, or go on and play at a higher level. But I love those who go on and coach, because I know how much it takes to be a coach, how much you have to give of your time, how much your family has to give of your time. And so I understand the areas of coaching. And when a former player of mine goes into coaching, I have so much pride in what their decision is, because they know I talk to them about the road of coaching. And so they have a compassion for the sport, but then they also have an understanding of what it takes to coach.
I've been very blessed with a great family, a great home, a great job, and there was still something missing, even though I had all of that. And that's something convenient and great that I found about Cross Church, is that that provided me that little extra, and because now I can use that in pregame speeches or postgame speeches or with Tim, I think it's added to what comes to North Mac's program and what's expecting of them. We've kind of raised the expectation of those kids, not only on the field, but as human beings, and to see some of those guys coming to church on Sundays now and seeing them buying into not only the football program, but the way of doing things is very rewarding. So I wish I would have come to it a little sooner than what I did, but it's definitely fulfilled and kind of completed all the positive things that we've tried to get done in football.
Going into it, especially in the cross country, is that I always want to try to teach them something more than just running. I want to teach them life lessons and about the importance of integrity and giving everything you've got, never quitting, always finishing what you start. And that I hope for me that the kids can see that when I tell them something that, I believe exactly what I'm telling them. And I want to be that positive role model of somebody who tries to live their life in a way that they can be proud of, especially my wife and kids. I want them to be proud of the way I'm coaching, and I think it's also helped me to be an encourager more than necessarily picking out the bad things and that kind of thing. But I don't know, just having that joy, I guess, and passion. I want kids to see the love of Jesus in me, and I want to pour that out on them.
I coach for God, and there's no dirty language, there's no dirty jokes, there's no anything off color. That's just not allowed in my gym. And God is the reason I coach. I love it because I'm doing what He wants me to do, and I love every minute of what I do. Not everybody gets to go to work and love what they do. And you have to love what you do. Don't go into coaching unless God calls you there, first of all. And then you have to have a love and a passion for the athletes that you're coaching. But it's all about God and how you can share God through what you're doing every day.